Thank you very much for having me. My name is Osama Alzoubi. I lead the team for Phosphorus in Africa and the Middle East. I am based in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. As we all know, security is foundational for every transformation that enterprises and public sectors are having. And therefore, the first and the most important step in security is really identifying what we have. Phosphorus has taken a very unique and innovative approach to identifying all different devices in the network. We do not believe that collecting data, analyzing data is accurate enough. And therefore, what we have is that Phosphorus has developed a breakthrough technology we call intelligent active discovery, for which our innovative protocol goes to every single IP address and try to identify what kind of devices are on those IP addresses, and based on that classifies and profiles them within the single and unified dashboard. That is an excellent question because, imagine yourself walking in the room where you are dependent on just identifying the voice of people. So if there are people in the room that are speaking long enough, you probably will be able to analyze the voice and identifies them. But imagine somebody who either speaks very little or not speaking at all, it will be extremely hard to identify them. The majority of the monitoring and visibility tools in the market today, they rely on collecting data, analyzing data, and look for behavioral approach. They do a good job, but they are never 100% accurate. The approach we take is we actually, when we walk into the room, we don't rely on listening. We rely on listening and seeing, where we go to every single individual on the seat and we speak to them directly. That's why we call it intelligent active discovery. Active discovery, we actually approach the device, we speak to it, we collect the necessary data based on which we classifies and profiles those devices and identify them in a single dashboard. The reason I did not want to lead with AI is because today AI is being mentioned everywhere, and in many cases to a point where, it is like an abused word. Without a doubt that Phosphorus today relies on machine learning, advanced machine learning and artificial intelligence in order for us to scale. Because I just want to give you some numbers. Today, the number of the devices that are covered by Phosphorus are beyond human scale. For example, today, if we look at the world, it is estimated that there are about 5 to 6 billion IT devices, while we have approximately around 65 billion or north of that IoT devices. We believe that there is almost about 13 IoT devices to every one IT device, and that is beyond the human scale. And therefore, we need automation, we need intelligence, we need machine learning to help us scale to that level. So Phosphorus has adopted a very advanced methodology that allows us for efficiency, speed, and scale in identifying those devices. There are definitely, as you mentioned, this is an excellent question and an excellent point as well. We definitely believe that there is always pros and cons of automation. At Phosphorus, we do not believe in full automation because that, to your point, sometimes can create some issues to some organizations. And therefore, we believe a semi-automation where we are bringing the capabilities, the tools, the platforms to administrators to help them scale. For example, one administrator with Phosphorus platform is able to scale to tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of devices. We do not believe in fully autonomous automation. We actually believe in a combined between the platform, the tool, and human. We believe that's the ideal approach to balance between automation and human capability. Excellent question. Honestly, we believe that the GCC, most of the countries like the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, and others, they are very advanced in terms of regulations compared to many other countries that we work with, like Europe and the United States. And we believe that they have actually developed quite a bit of regulation, whether it's on the IT front or even in some cases on the IoT front. There are definitely areas that we need to work, and we are working with them on. However, they are no doubt very, very advanced in terms of the regulation. But also the establishment of, the Cybersecurity Authority, Cybersecurity Council, this is really considered to be one of the most advanced compared to other countries in the world. Now, when we come to the public and private sector, there are, I would say, right now, quite a bit where they have really done a very good job in adopting those regulations on the IT front. However, on the IoT front, there are some gaps which we are working with majority of our customers to fill it. Because again, those devices, the biggest challenge with those devices is really two dimensions. Dimension number one is the mass amount of those devices. In many cases, we find hundreds of thousands of devices connected to the network. The second challenge of the problem is that those devices come from many different vendors, and therefore making them compliance without an advanced, great capabilities like the one we bring at Phosphorus is extremely challenging. And therefore today we are working with a lot of enterprise customers as well as public sector customers to advance those capabilities and comply with the regulations.